So we'll move on to the next topic, which is DNA structure, still on topic 6. All right. Now, this is GCSE. Like I said, it's still relevant to other curriculum, but the way it is arranged is based on GCSE's curriculum. Now, you need to remember that the DNA, of course, is a double helix, like what you just saw here. You've seen the double helix, I mean, like that and like that, I mean, in that way. All right. But what you really need to know also is the fact that this double helix is made up of structures, and that structure is called nucleotides. So it's a polymer that contains nucleotides. Polymer means a structure that contains small tiny units put together. All right. So of course not exactly this way. So in this case here, this is the monomer of DNA. Monomer simply means just a single unit. All right. So this DNA contains nucleotide, and what is nucleotide made up of? Made up of three things, which is the phosphate, the pentose sugar, and the nitrogenous base. For the sake of GCSE, just know phosphate group, the nitrogenous base, and sugar is okay. You don't have to say pentose sugar, that's fine. Just sugar, you can say sugar is okay for that. Now, this particular DNA, let me take something off that. So now if you look at this nitrogenous base, we have 4 of them: A, C, T, G. You don't necessarily need to know the full name, the full meaning of that. What the full meaning of that actually is this. So adenine, that is A, the G is the guanine, the C is the cytosine, and the T is the thymine. But like I said, it's not necessary. So, but you need to know that the 4 bases in a DNA are A, T, C, G. It doesn't have to be in that sequence in which I said it, but you just need to know that. But most importantly, a DNA is made up of loads of nucleotides. And what's a nucleotide made up of? 3 things: the phosphate, sugar, and nitrogenous base. This is very, very important. Now, breaking this more into perspective, this is what we're saying. So you can see this is a nucleotide. So when I say, so you can define a DNA as a chain or a structure that is made up of chain of nucleotides. So this is a nucleotide, a nucleotide, a nucleotide, a nucleotide. If you notice, I'm circling 3 things, which is 1, phosphate, sugar; 2, nitrogenous base. Phosphate, sugar, nitrogenous base. Phosphate, sugar, nitrogenous base. Phosphate, sugar, nitrogenous base. So it's consistent. Now, probably you're seeing something here. And what is that? You're seeing the structure of the DNA. What's that structure there? You're seeing the bases. You can see C and G, A and T. So I did mention that we have 4 bases, which is A, T, C, G. So the law is they have something called complementary base pairs, which means there's a way they arrange themselves. Forever and ever, A will always get attached to T. So A is complementary to T and T is complementary to A. And C will always get attached to G. So C is complementary to G and G is complementary. So to C, it's called complementary base pair. This is very important. Now, so you can define a DNA by saying it's made up of nucleotides. You can also define DNA by saying it's made up of phosphate, sugar phosphate backbone, and the bases. What does that even mean? So sugar phosphate backbone simply means 2 things. Sugar phosphate, it means sugar phosphate. All right, let me take that off. So this is sugar phosphate, sugar phosphate, sugar phosphate, sugar phosphate. So this only, just those 2 components, is called the backbone of a DNA, while this one in the middle is the basis. So you can say it's made up of sugar phosphate backbone and the basis, or you can say it's made up of repeating nucleotides. Either way, you're correct. Hope that made sense. So this is a quick overview of the structure of the DNA. All right, for the purpose of GCSE, this is fine.